As promised, folks, I'm going to show you how I built my octopus. No two people will do it the same, and you may disagree with my video and how I do this, but I'm just going to share how I do it. This is what you're going to need. I choose to use 28 gauge twisted wire. If you don't know how to do this, it's real simple. Put it in the end of a drill, hold it at the other end, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, until you get a fine, I don't know if you can see that, twist like so. Okay, let's talk about the octopus. The octopus comes with this tiny little hole down here that's I deem almost useless. You're supposed to line it up with that little hole. Forget about it. I choose to drill out my holes in the third ring, and this time I drilled 2 in this one. It just had better airflow. What size drill bit? I wish I could tell you, but I tell you what, here's the broken drill bit. I did not break it drilling this. I broke it because I knocked the drill over. But the reason I have it today is this is what I'm going to use as a jig for my coil. Anyway, see? That's what it looks like. Boom. And boom. So anyway, you got your holes drilled. The reason you place them there, if you'll notice, what you do, and with any other device that you decide to drill, you take this and you put it on the base, okay? And you see where your coil is going to be. You want that the same height. That's what you're looking for, okay? So, let's build a coil. Like I said, oh, and cotton. Got to have the cotton. If you want eco wool, use eco wool. You want to use your cat's hair ball, fur ball, whatever, use it. I choose cotton. Okay, I'm going to start out here with 1, 2, 3 wraps. Now, depending on what kind of device you use, you may not want this low of resistance. You may not be able to use this low of resistance. I'm using mechanical mod, and this seems to work just right. Okay, so how simple was that? Nothing fancy. Okay, next thing you want to do, now on the octopus I choose to do this with a vertical coil. So I take the one that's sitting on the bottom of that and put it in the center hole, right? Like so. You with me? Okay. Alright, with that being said, I want to hold that where the coils are not touching that post, and go ahead and snug that up. Next thing I want to do, I want to take my jig and put it back in. Okay? And what that's doing, it's holding it in place while I secure these coils. Now, there is a hole on the second post, and if you want to use it, you can. It's hard to get a vertical coil if you do that. So what I do is take this and put it underneath the top of this screw here and just bend it back like so. And tighten it up. Sorry you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just tightening this up. Make sure that that stayed in there, and it did. Now, once you got it snugged up, I'll go back and tighten it just a little. You don't want it over tight. There's no reason for it. It's going to be you that has to take this thing apart later, so, you know, your choice. Okay, so that's snug. Now, that coil is a little too close to that post, and I don't like it. So I'm going to put my jig back in, and just maneuver it a little bit. Okay. Hold on, that wasn't in all the way. You could use your hand to tighten this, but it's just easier to put the pliers to it. Okay. Alright, so there you go. Those coils are in there, they are secure. Next thing you want to do is clean it up. Take these off, these little legs. Don't need any legs on here. Okay. Now, you ready for wicking? I'm choosing cotton. Boil your cotton. Hang it out to dry. Hit it with a hair dryer, whatever you choose to do. I like to squeeze it in a dry towel until I get most of the moisture out and then just let it sit. And, you know, manipulate your cotton. Everybody's going to have their own way of doing this. You know what size hole you're working with from the coil, so take that into consideration when you're pulling and shaping your cotton. Now, I got that about where I want it. Tighten up this end, the working end. I don't like to tighten the rest of it up. That's in there. Pull it down. Not too tight, but you don't want it loose. Somewhere in between. Now, this excess, I like to wrap it around. And I will even tuck it. Whatever. The top of this, I may pull it inside between those two posts, like so. Whatever. And trim off a little bit of this excess. You just don't need it. You got plenty of cotton there. It's going to hold some juice. Okay, so there you go. There is that. Let's juice it up. First time you juice it, you want to nice and saturate this thing. Don't worry about over juicing it. Let it soak up and suck up. Plus, when you put the juice to the cotton, it makes it a little more easier to work with as far as bending it around these posts and stuffing it and shaping it the way you want it. Okay. So, with that done, your coil is there. And for you beginners who don't know, you always want your coil as close to your air holes as possible. Don't do it and you'll figure out why. So with that being said, let's put this on here like so. And you're ready to go. Give me 1 second. Take the old RSST off this. Actually, no, let's don't do that. Got one better for you. Let's just take this battery out. And drop it in the old magneto. Let's take another look. That looks about where you want it. Let's juice it one more again, just to make sure. Give me 1 second to move this camera, okay? Alright, so we're done. There's your octopus. Octopus on a mechanical mod. Magneto, nothing fancy, nothing special. Just a magneto with an octopus. You know, for $8 to $12, I forget what these things cost. You can't beat it. Okay, the required tools to build this thing, not much. Perfect for a beginner that wants to get into RDAs. And how does it vape? Drum roll, please. There you go, folks. That was for you. Dated Diamond and Briars. See, I got it right that time. It took me a second. Briars. Not Ryan. Whatever I called you yesterday. I'm bad with names. Sorry. Nick Briars. Yo, Nicky. Octopus, buddy. Get it. And no shit, dude, is out of here. Peace.